Hi, my name is Randy Jones, actor, director, writer, etc., whatever you want to call it. To me, being a director is actually someone that manifests into existence what was in existence. What I mean by that, for lack of a better word, is to bring to life what you was in your head that you created, or something that you've written on paper or in the computer. Is actually something that you want to manifest and show forth your artwork. I'm working on this movie right now. Well, I got a couple of projects in the works, but this main project I'm working on right now is called The Unstoppables. This is a superhero movie, predominantly black and Latinos, superhero, in other words, with superpowers and stuff. I came up with this idea years ago. When I was a kid, coming out of the projects I came out of in Brooklyn, New York, and some of the housing projects, one of the toughest, if not the toughest neighborhoods back in that time, probably now also, I haven't been in there years. There was guys in my neighborhood I grew up with that was 5%ers, okay? And they had certain names, and when I heard their names, it came to my mind, as a kid. This is way before I was ever even in the entertainment business, even before I started music, which is really my home base. And I thought to myself, what it would be like putting their names as a superhero and making it into a movie. It was something that created all in my mind. It was still inside me, but I haven't birthed into existence. I didn't get real serious about it until years later, after watching films like Spawn and Blade, all of them, and Superman coming up on watching him, and other movies like the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, and as well as the Avengers. Then it began to start becoming real to me, and I began to start to move into action in that area. Say, hey, you know what? I got to do this. I got to write this. I have to do this. Okay, I have to put this together. And so I did. I never thought in dreamed of my life that I would ever be doing movies like this. Comic book movies in general. If someone would have told me when I was 5 years old or younger that one day you're going to be a filmmaker, you're going to be in entertainment business, you're going to be an actor, etc., I would have thought that was crazy. Really? First of all, I'm a kid. Why are you even telling me something like that? Okay? But, because I didn't think I can do that. To be honest with you, what I'm doing right now, I never thought I can do that. I never thought I can write, I can direct, I can do, especially writing. My handwriting was horrible as a kid coming up, okay? I never thought I could do any of those things, okay? And then one day, after getting into the acting business from leaving the music business, which I really started from, as I said, that's my home base, I started liking it. And I pretty much got frustrated over the business because I've been doing auditions. I did audition for TV shows. I did audition for the Cosby Show years ago. I did audition for commercials, and I wasn't getting no callbacks. And I got frustrated. I took it personal. I said, man, ain't nobody calling me back. So you know what? Something rose up on the side of me. I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write my own stuff. I'm going to direct my own thing. I'm going to star my own stuff. And I'm going to get other people like myself who's trying to come up and hire and put them in my films, hire them and everything. Then one day, I'll be able to get the big time celebrities and stars and things of that nature, and that's what I'm doing now. If I had to choose between acting, writing, and directing, I would choose acting. The reason why is because I love to express myself in front of the camera. Ever since I was a kid, I used to act up in school, getting in trouble, making the other students laugh, and this teacher telling me, well, since you're going to act like this, you ain't going to go on a class trip. You can stay home with your parents, or stay home with your mom, or stay home with your dad, or stay in another class, or stay with the principal or the dean. So I would be like a normal kid. So, okay, you know what? Since I ain't going, ain't nobody going. So I would smack somebody in the head, throw a paper ball at them, and still start acting a fool. Okay, so all that you can say is part of my acting, you know, experience. I didn't go to no university. I didn't go to no academy. I didn't go to no college or nothing like that. Okay, that was pretty much my college. There's nothing wrong with that, but I had to go a different route. Okay, I did take an acting class coming up. Excuse me, I did take an acting class coming up. You know, I was working in a program a long time ago called City Volunteer Corporation. Some of y'all may remember that back in the 90s, we had the red and white, you know, shirts on and the red and white hats on, the red hat with the apple. The red apple back then when New York was well known as the Big Apple. You know, that was us, okay? And in the program, we had to take like a course, you know, in the midst of us working. So I decided I'm gonna take the drama class. So I went in there and I met with a drama teacher, and the drama teacher spoke to me, and you know, and we did like a little segment, like, you know, like regular acting classes doing academies and stuff. And I did a certain role. I didn't think I did good, and I was kind of embarrassed because I was acting in front of people. But she encouraged me afterwards, you know, smiled and said, you know, I did good and everything. So, you know, all that was part of my extra curriculum for the curriculum I had before. Okay. I love what I do. I love filming, I love directing, I love being in front of the camera. It's just one of the things I like doing. I mean, I love creativity. I gotta create. I'm not the type that would do remakes. There's nothing wrong with remakes, don't get me wrong. There's some hits that in the remakes, okay? But until I could get to that point, if somebody decided they want to, you know, hire me to remake a film, or I get an idea to remake a film, which I have an idea to remake something one day. I mean, I'd like to do the Jeffersons one day. Remake that, you know, something like that, or maybe Good Times, which I can relate coming up in the projects with my family and people I know. But I'm mostly a creator of film, okay? I mostly create. I don't really do too much remakes. And truth to be told, not to be biased, what I'm about to say, as African Americans, filmmakers, you know, we're really original. We make film based upon what we experienced or what we went through. We don't like doing copycat. We really do things, you know, of our past or what we went through. Excuse me. We went through in slavery and stuff in that nature, or films that, you know, it's in the inner city in our community. Okay, we really don't do too much remakes or anything like that. Okay, unless it's a remake of something I just mentioned. Okay, but we're really mostly original. We're original, if you want to put, for lack of a better word. I wouldn't put myself in a classification of a black filmmaker, of a white filmmaker, of a Spanish filmmaker, of an Asian filmmaker, of a pink filmmaker. I'm a filmmaker, okay? I make films, okay? No matter what color. I make films if I was orange. I make films if I was the color of my hat blue. I make films if I was the color of my bald head, you know, brown, which I am, but, you know, I make films, you know, like, it doesn't matter what color or creed that I would be, okay? I'm just a filmmaker. I'm a filmmaker and an actor. That's what I do. I make films, okay, for a living. That's what I do. I'm not a black filmmaker. I'm not a white filmmaker. I'm not a no color filmmaker. There's no coloration when it comes to making film. I know when black folks come out and make a movie or talk about being a filmmaker, the first thing people start saying, oh, you want to be like this person who's an African American filmmaker, or you be like that person. But when it comes to like a Caucasian white person making a movie, ain't nobody saying, well, you want to be like a Steven Spielberg, you want to be like a Quentin Tarantino, you want to be like this person or that person, you know. They kind of label us, we're kind of like in our own bracket, in our own class, which is understandable, you know, not to be biased or anything, but I'm just a filmmaker that love making films. I plan on continue to do films as long as God got me on this earth, as long as I'm on this earth. And, you know, I plan on continue, not to stop it. I mean, I love this. This is what my heart desires. This is what I want to do. Okay, I'm out here today. This is around the quarantine season and stuff, you know. I usually don't come out like this early in the morning, you know, but I'm waiting for a package. I'm waiting for a delivery, okay? So, I plan on continuing to make films, make good films, and, you know, I have a desire to work with some of the most well-known artists, celebrities out there, okay? And I'm looking forward to that. You know, one of my desires is to work with people like Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Taraji P. Henson, of course Oprah Winfrey, definitely, Terrence Howard, George Clooney, Matt Damon, the list goes on. Okay, and also other actors who may not be in the spotlight that we grew up with in the 90s and stuff that we remember in the 80s and the 70s, who's still around today and haven't, may not be able to get their shot. I like to also, put them in my films. So, like some of the cast members from A Different World, some of the cast members from, you could say, Married Children, which is one of my favorite sitcoms I grew up with. So I plan on, working with some of these stars someday. It's my desire. Okay. All right, I think I'm gonna stop right here. So tune into next time. Thank you. God bless you. And always know this: I love you, but God loves you more. Take care. Bye.